Welcome to blog 1 of summer 2017. I'm hoping to put these out regularly now this summer because I'm off on a bit of a voyage. Plan is to sail up to Holland, then from Holland up to the Kiel Canal down the river at Hamburg, through the Kiel Canal into the Baltic, round the islands of Denmark and across to West Sweden, where we plan to sail north up through the Swedish islands almost to Oslo, then across to Norway, down to the south point of Norway, and we'll see what happens then. But the bottom line is that we'll be leaving the boat in Denmark next winter, which is quite interesting. It throws up all sorts of things, becoming a peripatetic yachtsman and not bringing your boat home every year. Quite honestly, I should be giving you this blog from halfway to Holland now. I should be probably off Beachy Head or maybe even Dover. But we came out yesterday from the Bewley River in the West Solent, middle of the south coast of England, if you don't know where that is, and turned left, headed for Dover, and guess what? The wind went into the east, sat there and blew 15-18 knots, and I just didn't want to know. We'd been working really hard getting everything ready, and we just didn't need that. So we came straight across the Solent, up the River Medina in the middle of the Isle of Wight, past Cowes, and we're now lurking on a lovely pontoon opposite the Folly Inn, where I've been drinking since 1971, off and on that is, but it's a grand old watering hole. We used to sing songs in there with Les Windley, the owner of the pilot cutter Marguerite Tea in 1971. Great days. He used to have a speciality. My father was the keeper of the Eddystone Light, but I'll go on to that another time probably. Interesting thing, leaving your boat somewhere at the end of the summer rather than bringing her home again. It makes me a peripatetic yachtsman. I've always been interested in these chaps. They leave their boats down in France and in Turkey and places like that. And I've always thought, well, it's all right, but really, you know, I like to have my boat with me all the time so I can do things to her. I like to potter about on her in the winter. Well, it's not going to happen this year. I'm going to be a free man all winter long, and the boat is going to be in a heated shed in Denmark. It's brilliant because it means I won't have to work on my varnish. I won't have any worries at all about the boat. I can just forget her and get on with my life. I might even write a book. I've written a few of them, but it's time to do a bit of literature, I think. Move away from the textbooks and do something interesting. So that's the plan for next winter. Meanwhile, this year, stocking the boat up's been interesting as well, because normally we just chuck everything on it that we've got. Loads and loads of clothes, everything. We never wear them, we just put them on every year, and then when we get back we chuck them off again into the car and back home with them. So this year we've assumed that everything we've got we're either going to leave on board or we're going to bring it back on an aeroplane in one bag. So there you go. That changes your perspective quite a lot. Crew. Now then, Roz and I sail on our own. Roz is driving the camera at the moment, and we sail mostly on our own. We like that because we don't have any responsibilities for anybody but ourselves. We don't always have to be somewhere to meet somebody. We love our friends and we love sailing with them, but just sometimes it's nice to be the two of us. Well, our daughter and our son-in-law and the little grandson are going to join us in Holland in 4 or 5 days' time, so we've got to be there. So east wind or not, we've got to go today. Well, it's forecast to veer southerly, and that'll be absolutely perfect. It hasn't at the moment, it's still east-southeast, but we got a good engine. We'll make some ground. We've got a fair tide starting in about half an hour, so well, that's it for now. Keep in touch. I'll keep putting this out on Twitter when we've got a new blog out, and I hope the next one will be a bit more exciting than this. See you later, mates.